Question 1. An experiment points to a non-native organism that disrupts an ecosystem. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A. Mutualism. Option B. Invasive species. Option C. Biodiversity. Option D. Nitrogen fixation. The correct answer is option B. Invasive species. This choice is best because it can outcompete native species and alter communities. The other choices point to is a symbiosis that helps both partners, can increase ecosystem resilience and conservation value, and makes nitrogen available to living organisms, so they do not match the clue. Question 2. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits enzymes, transport proteins, and structural fibers? Option A. ATP. Option B. Protein. Option C. Coenzyme. Option D. Digestive enzyme. The correct answer is option B. Protein. This choice is best because it is built from amino acids and performs many cell functions. The other choices point to stores usable energy in phosphate bonds for cellular work, assists enzymes in carrying out reactions, and catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, so they do not match the clue. Question 3. Would the reproductive structure of angiosperms most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A. Nervous system. Option B. Reflex arc. Option C. Peristalsis. Option D. Flower. The correct answer is option D. Flower. This choice is best because it contains structures that produce gametes and support fertilization. The other choices point to coordinates fast responses through neurons, allows quick reactions without conscious processing first, and pushes material along the digestive tract, so they do not match the clue. Question 4. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify bacterial cell division into two similar cells? Option A. Bacterium. Option B. Binary fission. Option C. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Option D. Operon. The correct answer is option B. Binary fission. This choice is best because it is the common asexual reproduction method in bacteria. The other choices point to has cellular structure but lacks a nucleus, is studded with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins, and lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together, so they do not match the clue. Question 5. For a clue about rigid support outside the plasma membrane, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A. Cell wall. Option B. Guard cells. Option C. Stomata. Option D. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The correct answer is option A. Cell wall. This choice is best because it provides structural support and protection in plants, fungi, and many bacteria. The other choices point to regulate gas exchange and water loss, open and close to balance carbon dioxide intake with water conservation, and synthesizes lipids and helps detoxify chemicals, so they do not match the clue. Question 6. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies organized rows and columns of observations in mixed biology review? Option A. Line graph. Option B. Data table. Option C. Microscope magnification. Option D. Controlled variable. The correct answer is option B. Data table. This choice is best because it helps compare variables and identify patterns. The other choices point to displays trends in a continuous variable, gives total magnification for viewing a specimen, and reduces alternative explanations for the results, so they do not match the clue. Question 7. A mixed biology review passage asks about uncontrolled cell division. Which response is accurate? Option A. Mitosis. Option B. Cancer. Option C. Bacterium. Option D. Facilitated diffusion. The correct answer is option B. Cancer. This choice is best because it results from failures in normal cell cycle regulation. The other choices point to maintains chromosome number in somatic cells, has cellular structure but lacks a nucleus, and moves substances down a gradient using channels or carriers, so they do not match the clue. Question 8. One question gives the clue stimulating immune memory without causing the full disease. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A. Vaccine. Option B. Heart. Option C. Positive feedback. Option D. Diaphragm. The correct answer is option A. Vaccine. This choice is best because it prepares the immune system for future exposure. The other choices point to maintains blood flow to deliver materials around the body, pushes a process further until a specific endpoint occurs, and changes chest cavity volume during breathing, so they do not match the clue. Question 9. Can you spot the biology term for population increase without limiting factors in mixed biology review? Option A. Secondary succession. Option B. Ecological niche. Option C. Consumer. Option D. Exponential growth. The correct answer is option D. exponential growth. This choice is best because it produces a J-shaped curve under ideal conditions. The other choices point to happens after events like fires or abandoned farming, includes how an organism lives and interacts, and depends on producers or other consumers for energy, so they do not match the clue. Question 10. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue DNA made by combining genetic material from different sources? Option A. Recombinant DNA. Option B. Operon. Option C. Gel electrophoresis. Option D. Independent assortment. The correct answer is option A. Recombinant DNA. This choice is best because it allows genes from one organism to be inserted into another. The other choices point to lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together, uses an electric field to move DNA through a gel, and creates different chromosome combinations in gametes, so they do not match the clue. Question 11. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains community development on newly exposed surfaces without soil? Option A. Primary succession. Option B. Biome. Option C. Predation. Option D. Mutualism. The correct answer is option A. Primary succession. This choice is best because it begins where soil is absent, such as bare rock. The other choices point to groups ecosystems with similar climate and life forms, links predator and prey population dynamics, and is a symbiosis that helps both partners, so they do not match the clue. Question 12. After observing two variables changing together, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A. Independent variable. Option B. Microscope magnification. Option C. Correlation. Option D. Dependent variable. The correct answer is option C. Correlation. This choice is best because it does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other. The other choices point to is manipulated to test its effect, gives total magnification for viewing a specimen, and is observed to see whether it changes, so they do not match the clue. Question 13. Before answering an item about all interacting populations in an area, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A. Exponential growth. Option B. Community. Option C. Food web. Option D. Imprinting. The correct answer is option B. Community. This choice is best because it includes multiple species living together. The other choices point to produces a J-shaped curve under ideal conditions, shows multiple pathways of energy flow, and can shape animal behavior early in life, so they do not match the clue. Question 14. The phrase digesting worn-out organelles and macromolecules most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A. Stroma. Option B. Endocytosis. Option C. Osmosis. Option D. Lysosome. The correct answer is option D. Lysosome. This choice is best because it contains enzymes that break down cellular materials. The other choices point to contains enzymes used for carbon fixation, uses membrane pockets to take material into the cell, and is the diffusion of water across a membrane, so they do not match the clue. Question 15. Where does the clue the two-part scientific naming system lead in mixed biology review? Option A. Bottleneck effect. Option B. Binomial nomenclature. Option C. Genetic drift. Option D. Reproductive isolation. The correct answer is option B. Binomial nomenclature. This choice is best because it uses genus and species names to identify organisms. The other choices point to can leave surviving populations with reduced diversity, has especially strong effects in small populations, and helps populations diverge into separate species, so they do not match the clue. Question 16. Why would a trait controlled by a gene on a sex chromosome be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A. Sex-linked inheritance. Option B. Independent assortment. Option C. Codominance. Option D. Transcription. The correct answer is option A. Sex-linked inheritance. This choice is best because it often shows distinctive patterns because males have one X chromosome. The other choices point to creates different chromosome combinations in gametes, allows both traits to appear in the heterozygote, and copies genetic information into RNA, so they do not match the clue. Question 17. During review of mixed biology review, which term names the cell's short-term usable energy currency? Option A. Nucleic acid. Option B. Krebs cycle. Option C. Lipid. Option D. ADP. The correct answer is option D. ADP. This choice is best because it stores usable energy in phosphate bonds for cellular work. The other choices point to includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, oxidizes acetyl-CoA and loads NADH and FADH2, and includes fats, oils, steroids, and membrane phospholipids, so they do not match the clue. Question 18. Based on the description waves of muscle contraction moving food through the gut, which choice makes sense for mixed biology review? Option A, nephron. Option B, zygote. Option C, artery. Option D, peristalsis. The correct answer is option D, peristalsis. This choice is best because it pushes material along the digestive tract. The other choices point to filters plasma and adjusts water and solute balance, contains genetic contributions from both parents, and moves blood under relatively high pressure away from the heart, so they do not match the clue. Question 19. Students reviewing mixed biology review C cutting DNA at specific sequences. Which answer is best? Option A, PCR. Option B, restriction enzyme. Option C, transgenic organism. Option D, transcription. The correct answer is option B, restriction enzyme. This choice is best because it acts like molecular scissors in DNA technology. The other choices point to makes many copies of a DNA region for analysis, contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, and copies genetic information into RNA, so they do not match the clue. Question 20. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes using genetic information to produce a functional product. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, transcription. Option B, gene expression. Option C, restriction enzyme. Option D, epigenetics. The correct answer is option B, gene expression. This choice is best because it connects DNA instructions to RNA or protein output. The other choices point to copies genetic information into RNA, acts like molecular scissors in DNA technology, and can affect whether genes are turned on or off, so they do not match the clue. Question 21. Could a test writer use carrying blood away from the heart to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, neurotransmitter. Option B, artery. Option C, endotherm. Option D, digestive enzyme. The correct answer is option B, artery. This choice is best because it moves blood under relatively high pressure away from the heart. The other choices point to carry signals from one neuron to another cell, uses internal metabolism to regulate temperature, and catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, so they do not match the clue. Question 22. Is the best match for the tRNA sequence that pairs with an mRNA codon found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, crossing over. Option B, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Option C, anticodon. Option D, genotype. The correct answer is option C, anticodon. This choice is best because it helps place the correct amino acid during translation. The other choices point to increases genetic variation during meiosis, is studied with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins, and describes genetic makeup for a trait, so they do not match the clue. Question 23. During review of mixed biology review, which term names the observable expression of a trait? Option A, codominance. Option B, phenotype. Option C, nucleic acid. Option D, gel electrophoresis. The correct answer is option B, phenotype. This choice is best because it describes what can be seen or measured. The other choices point to allows both traits to appear in the heterozygote, includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, and uses an electric field to move DNA through a gel, so they do not match the clue. Question 24. Based on the description a cell with a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, which choice makes sense for mixed biology review? Option A, Gram stain. Option B, endocytosis. Option C, eukaryotic cell. Option D, rough endoplasmic reticulum. The correct answer is option C, eukaryotic cell. This choice is best because it contains a nucleus and complex internal compartments. The other choices point to helps distinguish major bacterial groups, uses membrane pockets to take material into the cell, and is studied with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins, so they do not match the clue. Question 25. Students reviewing mixed biology review C joining monomers while releasing water. Which answer is best? Option A, hydrogen bonding. Option B, allosteric regulation. Option C, hydrolysis. Option D, dehydration synthesis. The correct answer is option D, dehydration synthesis. This choice is best because it forms polymers by removing water during bond formation. The other choices point to explains many unusual water properties that support life, controls enzyme activity by binding away from the active site, and uses water to split larger molecules into smaller units, so they do not match the clue. Question 26. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes a daily biological cycle. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, circadian rhythm. Option B, neurotransmitter. Option C, flower. Option D, imprinting. The correct answer is option A, circadian rhythm. This choice is best because it regulates behaviors and physiology over about 24 hours. The other choices point to carry signals from one neuron to another cell, contain structures that produce gametes and support fertilization, and can shape animal behavior early in life, so they do not match the clue. Question 27. Could a test writer use testing explanations with evidence to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, sample size. Option B, line graph. Option C, scientific method. Option D, control group. The correct answer is option C, scientific method. This choice is best because it uses observations, hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions. The other choices point to effects reliability and confidence in results, displays trends in a continuous variable, and helps show whether the treatment caused the effect, so they do not match the clue. Question 28. Is the best match for most ADP production during aerobic respiration found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, facilitated diffusion. Option B, stem cell. Option C, mitochondrion. Option D, ribosome. The correct answer is option C, mitochondrion. This choice is best because it carries out reactions that generate much of the cell's ATP. The other choices point to move substances down a gradient using channels or carriers, can develop into specialized cell types, and is the site where translation builds polypeptides, so they do not match the clue. Question 29. A short passage on mixed biology review describes the comparison group not receiving the tested treatment. Which answer fits? Option A, hypothesis. Option B, correlation. Option C, scientific method. Option D, control group. The correct answer is option D, control group. This choice is best because it helps show whether the treatment caused the effect. The other choices point to makes a prediction that can be supported or rejected by evidence, does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, and uses observations, hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions, so they do not match the clue. Question 30. If a passage mentions random separation of homologous chromosome pairs, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, restriction enzyme. Option B, operon. Option C, independent assortment. Option D, pedigree. The correct answer is option C, independent assortment. This choice is best because it creates different chromosome combinations in gametes. The other choices point to acts like molecular scissors in DNA technology, lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together, and shows how traits pass through generations, so they do not match the clue. Question 31. Researchers studying organismal notice pumping blood through the circulatory system. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, heart. Option B, gibberellin. Option C, insulin. Option D, ectotherm. The correct answer is option A, heart. This choice is best because it maintains blood flow to deliver materials around the body. The other choices point to stimulates growth and germination in many plants, promotes glucose uptake and storage, and gets most body heat from the environment, so they do not match the clue. Question 32. An experiment points to long-term energy storage and phospholipid membrane structure. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, facilitated diffusion. Option B, competitive inhibition. Option C, plasma membrane. Option D, lipid. The correct answer is option D, lipid. This choice is best because it includes fats, oils, steroids, and membrane phospholipids. The other choices point to move substances down a gradient using channels or carriers, prevents substrate binding by competing for the active site, and acts as a selectively permeable boundary, so they do not match the clue. Question 33. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits lowering blood glucose after a meal? Option A, alveolus. Option B, insulin. Option C, pollination. Option D, glucagon. The correct answer is option B, insulin. This choice is best because it promotes glucose uptake and storage. The other choices point to provides a large surface for oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange, moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, and stimulates glucose release from storage, so they do not match the clue. Question 34. Would transporting water and minerals upward in plants most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A, zygote. Option B, diaphragm. Option C, xylem. Option D, action potential. The correct answer is option C, xylem. This choice is best because it moves water from roots toward leaves. The other choices point to contains genetic contributions from both parents, changes chest cavity volume during breathing, and propagates nerve signals along axons, so they do not match the clue. Question 35. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify capturing light energy to make sugars? Option A, chloroplast. Option B, auxin. Option C, cytoskeleton. Option D, osmosis. The correct answer is option A, chloroplast. This choice is best because it contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis in plants and algae. The other choices point to promote cell elongation and phototropism, uses protein fibers for support, movement, and organization, and is the diffusion of water across a membrane, so they do not match the clue. Question 36. For a clue about a graph often used to show change over time, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A, dependent variable. Option B, line graph. Option C, sample size. Option D, correlation. The correct answer is option B, line graph. This choice is best because it displays trends in a continuous variable. The other choices point to is observed to see whether it changes, affects reliability and confidence in results, and does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, so they do not match the clue. Question 37. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies an organism carrying a gene from another species in mixed biology review? Option A, point mutation. Option B, codominance. Option C, epigenetics. Option D, transgenic organism. The correct answer is option D, transgenic organism. This choice is best because it contains introduced DNA that can change its traits. The other choices point to alters a single DNA base and may affect a gene product, allows both traits to appear in the heterozygote, and can affect whether genes are turned on or off, so they do not match the clue. Question 38. A mixed biology review passage asks about specific defenses that improve after exposure. Which response is accurate? Option A, alveolus. Option B, seed. Option C, adaptive immunity. Option D, gamete. The correct answer is option C, adaptive immunity. This choice is best because it uses lymphocytes to target particular antigens. The other choices point to provides a large surface for oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange, helps plants disperse and survive until germination, and carries one set of chromosomes for sexual reproduction, so they do not match the clue. Question 39. One question gives the clue one species benefiting while harming a host. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A, imprinting. Option B, carbon cycle. Option C, parasitism. Option D, biome. The correct answer is option C, parasitism. This choice is best because it is a symbiosis that benefits the parasite. The other choices point to can shape animal behavior early in life, connects photosynthesis, respiration, decomposition, and combustion, and groups ecosystems with similar climate and life forms, so they do not match the clue. Question 40. Can you spot the biology term for an organism that makes organic food from inorganic sources in mixed biology review? Option A, parasitism. Option B, primary succession. Option C, consumer. Option D, producer. The correct answer is option D, producer. This choice is best because it forms the energy base of many ecosystems. The other choices point to is a symbiosis that benefits the parasite, begins where soil is absent, such as bare rock, and depends on producers or other consumers for energy, so they do not match the clue. Question 41. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue relative reproductive success? Option A, density independent factor. Option B, binomial nomenclature. Option C, fitness. Option D, kin selection. The correct answer is option C, fitness. This choice is best because it measures how well a genotype contributes offspring to the next generation. The other choices point to include storms, fires, and many abiotic disturbances, uses genus and species names to identify organisms, and can explain some forms of altruistic behavior, so they do not match the clue. Question 42. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains the basic two-layer structure of cell membranes? Option A, phospholipid bilayer. Option B, mitosis. Option C, osmosis. Option D, Golgi apparatus. The correct answer is option A, phospholipid bilayer. This choice is best because it forms the flexible barrier that separates cell interiors from surroundings. The other choices point to maintains chromosome number in somatic cells, is the diffusion of water across a membrane and packages molecules for transport inside or outside the cell, so they do not match the clue. Question 43. After observing an inhibitor blocking the active site, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, competitive inhibition. Option B, buffer. Option C, hydrolysis. Option D, denaturation. The correct answer is option A, competitive inhibition. This choice is best because it prevents substrate binding by competing for the active site. The other choices point to helps biological fluids stay near a stable pH, uses water to split larger molecules into smaller units, and disrupts the structure needed for protein function, so they do not match the clue. Question 44. Before answering an item about passive transport through membrane proteins, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, plasma membrane. Option B, facilitated diffusion. Option C, prokaryotic cell. Option D, exocytosis. The correct answer is option B, facilitated diffusion. This choice is best because it moves substances down a gradient using channels or carriers. The other choices point to acts as a selectively permeable boundary, has DNA but lacks a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, and moves vesicles to the membrane so their contents leave the cell, so they do not match the clue. Question 45. The phrase building a protein from an mRNA message most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A, translation. Option B, sex-linked inheritance. Option C, DNA replication. Option D, transgenic organism. The correct answer is option A, translation. This choice is best because it uses ribosomes and tRNA to assemble amino acids. The other choices point to often shows distinctive patterns because males have one X chromosome, duplicates genetic material so daughter cells can receive it, and contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, so they do not match the clue. Question 46. Where does the clue an insertion or deletion that shifts the reading frame lead in mixed biology review? Option A, frame shift mutation. Option B, nucleic acid. Option C, genotype. Option D, codominance. The correct answer is option A, frame shift mutation. This choice is best because it can change many downstream amino acids. The other choices point to includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, describes genetic makeup for a trait, and allows both traits to appear in the heterozygote, so they do not match the clue. Question 47. Why would the resource demand humans place on ecosystems be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A, competition. Option B, ecological footprint. Option C, food web. Option D, community. The correct answer is option B, ecological footprint. This choice is best because it estimates environmental impact from consumption. The other choices point to can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, shows multiple pathways of energy flow, and includes multiple species living together, so they do not match the clue. Question 48. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains storing and transmitting hereditary information? Option A, nucleic acid. Option B, hydrogen bonding. Option C, restriction enzyme. Option D, frame shift mutation. The correct answer is option A, nucleic acid. This choice is best because it includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information. The other choices point to explains many unusual water properties that support life, acts like molecular scissors in DNA technology, and can change many downstream amino acids, so they do not match the clue. Question 49. After observing water evaporating from leaves and pulling water upward, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, ectotherm. Option B, transpiration. Option C, immune system. Option D, Calvin cycle. The correct answer is option B, transpiration. This choice is best because it helps move water through xylem. The other choices point to gets most body heat from the environment, recognizes and responds to foreign invaders, and fixes carbon into carbohydrates using ADP and NADP, so they do not match the clue. Question 50. Before answering an item about a family diagram used to track inheritance, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, incomplete dominance. Option B, pedigree. Option C, gene expression. Option D, phenotype. The correct answer is option B, pedigree. This choice is best because it shows how traits pass through generations. The other choices point to produce as a blended-looking trait in the heterozygote, connects DNA instructions to RNA or protein output, and describes what can be seen or measured, so they do not match the clue. Question 51. The phrase loss of protein shape after extreme heat or pH most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A, coenzyme. Option B, denaturation. Option C, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Option D, transcription. The correct answer is option B, denaturation. This choice is best because it disrupts the structure needed for protein function. The other choices point to assists enzymes in carrying out reactions, is studded with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins and copies genetic information into RNA, so they do not match the clue. Question 52. Where does the clue general defenses that act quickly against pathogens lead in mixed biology review? Option A, nephron. Option B, insulin. Option C, seed. Option D, innate immunity. The correct answer is option D, innate immunity. This choice is best because it includes barriers and nonspecific responses. The other choices point to filters plasma and adjusts water and solute balance, promotes glucose uptake and storage, and helps plants disperse and survive until germination, so they do not match the clue. Question 53. Why would a haploid reproductive cell be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A, gamete. Option B, embryonic cleavage. Option C, diaphragm. Option D, adaptive immunity. The correct answer is option A, gamete. This choice is best because it carries one set of chromosomes for sexual reproduction. The other choices point to increases cell number soon after fertilization, changes chest cavity volume during breathing, and uses lymphocytes to target particular antigens, so they do not match the clue. Question 54. During review of mixed biology review, which term names tiny lung sac where gas exchange occurs? Option A, alveolus. Option B, urea. Option C, action potential. Option D, vein. The correct answer is option A, alveolus. This choice is best because it provides a large surface for oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. The other choices point to is less toxic than ammonia and is excreted in urine, propagates nerve signals along axons, and returns blood to the heart and often has valves, so they do not match the clue. Question 55. Based on the description muscle that helps draw air into the lungs, which choice makes sense for mixed biology review? Option A, diaphragm. Option B, digestive enzyme. Option C, heart. Option D, vaccine. The correct answer is option A, diaphragm. This choice is best because it changes chest cavity volume during breathing. The other choices point to catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, maintains blood flow to deliver materials around the body and prepares the immune system for future exposure, so they do not match the clue. Question 56. Students reviewing mixed biology review see behavior favoring relatives who share genes. Which answer is best? Option A, gene flow. Option B, analogous structure. Option C, circadian rhythm. Option D, kin selection. The correct answer is option D, kin selection. This choice is best because it can explain some forms of altruistic behavior. The other choices point to can reduce differences among populations, reflects similar selection pressures rather than close ancestry, and regulates behaviors and physiology over about 24 hours, so they do not match the clue. Question 57. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes random change in allele frequencies. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, founder effect. Option B, genetic drift. Option C, community. Option D, analogous structure. The correct answer is option B, genetic drift. This choice is best because it has especially strong effects in small populations. The other choices point to can make a new population genetically different by chance, includes multiple species living together, and reflects similar selection pressures rather than close ancestry, so they do not match the clue. Question 58. Could a test writer use a limiting factor that becomes stronger as population density rises to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, invasive species. Option B, decomposer. Option C, density-dependent factor. Option D, competition. The correct answer is option C, density-dependent factor. This choice is best because it includes competition, disease, and predation. The other choices point to can outcompete native species and alter communities, recycles nutrients back into ecosystems, and can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, so they do not match the clue. Question 59. Is the best match for organisms producing many offspring with little parental care found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, density-dependent factor. Option B, R-selected species. Option C, primary succession. Option D, density-independent factor. The correct answer is option B, R-selected species. This choice is best because it often thrives in unstable environments. The other choices point to includes competition, disease and predation, begins where soil is absent, such as bare rock, and includes storms, fires, and many abiotic disturbances, so they do not match the clue. Question 60. A short passage on mixed biology review describes a heritable trait that improves fitness in an environment. Which answer fits? Option A, adaptation. Option B, crossing over. Option C, natural selection. Option D, genetic drift. The correct answer is option A, adaptation. This choice is best because it can become common when it increases reproductive success. The other choices point to increases genetic variation during meiosis, changes trait frequencies when traits affect survival or reproduction, and has especially strong effects in small populations, so they do not match the clue. Question 61. If a passage mentions the allele combination an organism carries, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, pedigree. Option B, law of independent assortment. Option C, recombinant DNA. Option D, genotype. The correct answer is option D, genotype. This choice is best because it describes genetic makeup for a trait. The other choices point to shows how traits pass through generations, explains independent inheritance of many traits, and allows genes from one organism to be inserted into another, so they do not match the clue. Question 62. Researchers studying genetics notice stable allele frequencies when evolution is not occurring. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, law of independent assortment. Option B, genetic drift. Option C, epigenetics. Option D, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. The correct answer is option D, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. This choice is best because it models a non-evolving population under specific conditions. The other choices point to explains independent inheritance of many traits, has especially strong effects in small populations, and can affect whether genes are turned on or off, so they do not match the clue. Question 63. An experiment points to a molecule recognized by the immune system. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, pollination. Option B, antigen. Option C, immune system. Option D, hemoglobin. The correct answer is option B, antigen. This choice is best because it can trigger a specific immune response. The other choices point to moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, recognizes and responds to foreign invaders and binds oxygen and helps deliver it to tissues, so they do not match the clue. Question 64. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits a large ecological region defined by climate and dominant organisms? Option A, commensalism. Option B, nitrogen fixation. Option C, primary succession. Option D, biome. The correct answer is option D, biome. This choice is best because it groups ecosystems with similar climate and life forms. The other choices point to is a symbiosis with no clear effect on one partner, makes nitrogen available to living organisms, and begins where soil is absent, such as bare rock, so they do not match the clue. Question 65. Would a control point that prevents damaged cells from dividing most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A, chloroplast. Option B, cell cycle checkpoint. Option C, eukaryotic cell. Option D, hypotonic solution. The correct answer is option B, cell cycle checkpoint. This choice is best because it helps maintain genome stability before cell division continues. The other choices point to contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis in plants and algae, contains a nucleus and complex internal compartments, and has a lower solute concentration than the cell, causing water entry, so they do not match the clue. Question 66. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify a prokaryotic single-celled organism? Option A, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Option B, hypertonic solution. Option C, bacterium. Option D, diffusion. The correct answer is option C, bacterium. This choice is best because it has cellular structure but lacks a nucleus. The other choices point to is studded with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins, has a higher solute concentration than the cell, causing water loss, and is passive movement down a concentration gradient, so they do not match the clue. Question 67. For a clue about cells that open and close stomata, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A, guard cells. Option B, hemoglobin. Option C, insulin. Option D, vaccine. The correct answer is option A, guard cells. This choice is best because it regulates gas exchange and water loss. The other choices point to binds oxygen and helps deliver it to tissues, promotes glucose uptake and storage, and prepares the immune system for future exposure, so they do not match the clue. Question 68. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies defending the body against pathogens in mixed biology review? Option A, T cell. Option B, insulin. Option C, immune system. Option D, gibberellin. The correct answer is option C, immune system. This choice is best because it recognizes and responds to foreign invaders. The other choices point to can kill infected cells or coordinate immune responses, promotes glucose uptake and storage, and stimulates growth and germination in many plants, so they do not match the clue. Question 69. A mixed biology review passage asks about eyepiece magnification multiplied by objective magnification. Which response is accurate? Option A, microscope magnification. Option B, apoptosis. Option C, hypotonic solution. Option D, correlation. The correct answer is option A, microscope magnification. This choice is best because it gives total magnification for viewing a specimen. The other choices point to removes damaged or unneeded cells in an orderly way, has a lower solute concentration than the cell, causing water entry, and does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, so they do not match the clue. Question 70. One question gives the clue the number of observations or organisms measured. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A, bar graph. Option B, control group. Option C, sample size. Option D, line graph. The correct answer is option C, sample size. This choice is best because it affects reliability and confidence in results. The other choices point to shows differences among discrete groups, helps show whether the treatment caused the effect, and displays trends in a continuous variable, so they do not match the clue. Question 71. Can you spot the biology term for both species benefiting from an interaction in mixed biology review? Option A, density-dependent factor. Option B, mutualism. Option C, biome. Option D, density-independent factor. The correct answer is option B, mutualism. This choice is best because it is a symbiosis that helps both partners. The other choices point to includes competition, disease and predation, groups ecosystems with similar climate and life forms, and includes storms, fires, and many abiotic disturbances, so they do not match the clue. Question 72. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue a bacterial gene control unit with related genes? Option A, gel electrophoresis. Option B, codominance. Option C, nucleic acid. Option D, operon. The correct answer is option D, operon. This choice is best because it lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together. The other choices point to uses an electric field to move DNA through a gel, allows both traits to appear in the heterozygote, and includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, so they do not match the clue. Question 73. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains moving substances against a concentration gradient? Option A, lysosome. Option B, active transport. Option C, binary fission. Option D, mitosis. The correct answer is option B, active transport. This choice is best because it requires energy to move materials from low to high concentration. The other choices point to contains enzymes that break down cellular materials, is the common asexual reproduction method in bacteria, and maintains chromosome number in somatic cells, so they do not match the clue. Question 74. After observing transfer of pollen to the female reproductive structure, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, pollination. Option B, endocrine system. Option C, meiosis. Option D, thylakoid membrane. The correct answer is option A, pollination. This choice is best because it moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur. The other choices point to uses hormones to coordinate long-distance body responses, has chromosome number for sexual reproduction, and contains photosystems and electron transport components, so they do not match the clue. Question 75. Before answering an item about a change in one nucleotide base, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, epigenetics. Option B, point mutation. Option C, natural selection. Option D, translation. The correct answer is option B, point mutation. This choice is best because it alters a single DNA base and may affect a gene product. The other choices point to can affect whether genes are turned on or off, changes trait frequencies when traits affect survival or reproduction, and uses ribosomes and tRNA to assemble amino acids, so they do not match the clue. Question 76. The phrase "the maximum population size an environment can sustain" most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A, competition. Option B, community. Option C, predation. Option D, carrying capacity. The correct answer is option D, carrying capacity. This choice is best because it limits population growth when resources are finite. The other choices point to can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, includes multiple species living together, and links predator and prey population dynamics, so they do not match the clue. Question 77. Where does the clue "a chemical released across a synapse" lead in mixed biology review? Option A, endotherm. Option B, negative feedback. Option C, neurotransmitter. Option D, zygote. The correct answer is option C, neurotransmitter. This choice is best because it carries signals from one neuron to another cell. The other choices point to uses internal metabolism to regulate temperature, stabilizes body conditions by opposing change, and contains genetic contributions from both parents, so they do not match the clue. Question 78. Why would releasing materials from a cell by vesicle fusion be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A, mitochondrion. Option B, action potential. Option C, prokaryotic cell. Option D, exocytosis. The correct answer is option D, exocytosis. This choice is best because it moves vesicles to the membrane so their contents leave the cell. The other choices point to carries out reactions that generate much of the cell's ADP, propagates nerve signals along axons, and has DNA but lacks a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, so they do not match the clue. Question 79. During review of mixed biology review, which term names a graph used to compare categories? Option A, bar graph. Option B, hypothesis. Option C, scientific method. Option D, microscope magnification. The correct answer is option A, bar graph. This choice is best because it shows differences among discrete groups. The other choices point to makes a prediction that can be supported or rejected by evidence, uses observations, hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions, and gives total magnification for viewing a specimen, so they do not match the clue. Question 80. Based on the description an organism that breaks down dead organic matter, which choice makes sense for mixed biology review? Option A, competition. Option B, biodiversity. Option C, decomposer. Option D, commensalism. The correct answer is option C, decomposer. This choice is best because it recycles nutrients back into ecosystems. The other choices point to can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, can increase ecosystem resilience and conservation value, and is a symbiosis with no clear effect on one partner, so they do not match the clue. Question 81. Students reviewing mixed biology review see organisms producing fewer offspring with more parental investment. Which answer is best? Option A, ectotherm. Option B, R-selected species. Option C, K-selected species. Option D, predation. The correct answer is option C, K-selected species. This choice is best because it often do well near carrying capacity. The other choices point to gets most body heat from the environment, often thrive in unstable environments, and links predator and prey population dynamics, so they do not match the clue. Question 82. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes a cell losing water and shrinking. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, diffusion. Option B, hypertonic solution. Option C, prokaryotic cell. Option D, cell wall. The correct answer is option B, hypertonic solution. This choice is best because it has a higher solute concentration than the cell, causing water loss. The other choices point to is passive movement down a concentration gradient, has DNA but lacks a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, and provides structural support and protection in plants, fungi, and many bacteria, so they do not match the clue. Question 83. Could a test writer use cell division that produces haploid gametes to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, meiosis. Option B, recombinant DNA. Option C, phenotype. Option D, mitosis. The correct answer is option A, meiosis. This choice is best because it has chromosome number for sexual reproduction. The other choices point to allows genes from one organism to be inserted into another, describes what can be seen or measured, and maintains chromosome number in somatic cells, so they do not match the clue. Question 84. Is the best match for formation of a new species found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, founder effect. Option B, natural selection. Option C, speciation. Option D, kin selection. The correct answer is option C, speciation. This choice is best because it occurs when populations become reproductively isolated. The other choices point to can make a new population genetically different by chance, changes trait frequencies when traits affect survival or reproduction, and can explain some forms of altruistic behavior, so they do not match the clue. Question 85. A short passage on mixed biology review describes a molecule changing enzyme shape at a non-active site. Which answer fits? Option A, ATP. Option B, hydrogen bonding. Option C, hydrolysis. Option D, allosteric regulation. The correct answer is option D, allosteric regulation. This choice is best because it controls enzyme activity by binding away from the active site. The other choices point to stores usable energy in phosphate bonds for cellular work, explains many unusual water properties that support life, and uses water to split larger molecules into smaller units, so they do not match the clue. Question 86. If a passage mentions a response that amplifies a biological change, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, negative feedback. Option B, positive feedback. Option C, gamete. Option D, gibberellin. The correct answer is option B, positive feedback. This choice is best because it pushes a process further until a specific endpoint occurs. The other choices point to stabilizes body conditions by opposing change, carries one set of chromosomes for sexual reproduction, and stimulates growth and germination in many plants, so they do not match the clue. Question 87. Researchers studying molecular notice quick energy storage and structural support in cellulose. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, protein. Option B, coenzyme. Option C, carbohydrate. Option D, buffer. The correct answer is option C, carbohydrate. This choice is best because it includes sugars and polysaccharides used for energy and structure. The other choices point to is built from amino acids and performs many cell functions, assists enzymes in carrying out reactions, and helps biological fluids stay near a stable pH, so they do not match the clue. Question 88. An experiment points to nuclear division that produces genetically identical body cells. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Option B, plasma membrane. Option C, mitosis. Option D, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The correct answer is option C, mitosis. This choice is best because it maintains chromosome number in somatic cells. The other choices point to is studded with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins, acts as a selectively permeable boundary, and synthesizes lipids and helps detoxify chemicals, so they do not match the clue. Question 89. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits bringing large materials into a cell in vesicles? Option A, microscope magnification. Option B, diffusion in lungs. Option C, active transport. Option D, endocytosis. The correct answer is option D, endocytosis. This choice is best because it uses membrane pockets to take material into the cell. The other choices point to gives total magnification for viewing a specimen, moves gases down their concentration gradients, and requires energy to move materials from low to high concentration, so they do not match the clue. Question 90. Would the first diploid cell after fertilization most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A, antigen. Option B, neurotransmitter. Option C, hemoglobin. Option D, zygote. The correct answer is option D, zygote. This choice is best because it contains genetic contributions from both parents. The other choices point to can trigger a specific immune response, carries signals from one neuron to another cell, and binds oxygen and helps deliver it to tissues, so they do not match the clue. Question 91. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify oxygen moving into blood and carbon dioxide moving out? Option A, osmosis. Option B, immune system. Option C, diffusion in lungs. Option D, diffusion. The correct answer is option C, diffusion in lungs. This choice is best because it moves gases down their concentration gradients. The other choices point to is the diffusion of water across a membrane, recognizes and responds to foreign invaders, and is passive movement down a concentration gradient, so they do not match the clue. Question 92. For a clue about a diagram of evolutionary relationships, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A, crossing over. Option B, binomial nomenclature. Option C, phylogenetic tree. Option D, domain. The correct answer is option C, phylogenetic tree. This choice is best because it shows hypotheses about shared ancestry. The other choices point to increases genetic variation during meiosis, uses genus and species names to identify organisms, and places organisms into the largest classification groups, so they do not match the clue. Question 93. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies amplifying a selected DNA segment in mixed biology review? Option A, codon. Option B, PCR. Option C, plasmid. Option D, genotype. The correct answer is option B, PCR. This choice is best because it makes many copies of a DNA region for analysis. The other choices point to links the genetic code to protein sequence, can carry genes into bacterial cells, and describes genetic makeup for a trait, so they do not match the clue. Question 94. A mixed biology review passage asks about breaking food molecules into absorbable units. Which response is accurate? Option A, villus. Option B, digestive enzyme. Option C, antidiuretic hormone. Option D, urea. The correct answer is option B, digestive enzyme. This choice is best because it catalyzes digestion of macromolecules. The other choices point to raises the surface area available for nutrient absorption, helps conserve water when the body is dehydrated, and is less toxic than ammonia and is excreted in urine, so they do not match the clue. Question 95. One question gives the clue variety of genes, species, and ecosystems. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A, community. Option B, trophic level. Option C, exponential growth. Option D, biodiversity. The correct answer is option D, biodiversity. This choice is best because it can increase ecosystem resilience and conservation value. The other choices point to includes multiple species living together, places organisms by how they obtain energy, and produces a J-shaped curve under ideal conditions, so they do not match the clue. Question 96. Can you spot the biology term for loss of genetic variation after a sharp population reduction in mixed biology review? Option A, bottleneck effect. Option B, reproductive isolation. Option C, population. Option D, density-independent factor. The correct answer is option A, bottleneck effect. This choice is best because it can leave surviving populations with reduced diversity. The other choices point to helps populations diverge into separate species, is the basic unit often studied in population biology, and includes storms, fires, and many abiotic disturbances, so they do not match the clue. Question 97. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms? Option A, producer. Option B, nitrogen fixation. Option C, competition. Option D, ecological footprint. The correct answer is option B, nitrogen fixation. This choice is best because it makes nitrogen available to living organisms. The other choices point to forms the energy base of many ecosystems, can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, and estimates environmental impact from consumption, so they do not match the clue. Question 98. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains a fast involuntary response pathway? Option A, reflex arc. Option B, auxin. Option C, digestive enzyme. Option D, zygote. The correct answer is option A, reflex arc. This choice is best because it allows quick reactions without conscious processing first. The other choices point to promote cell elongation and phototroism, catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, and contains genetic contributions from both parents, so they do not match the clue. Question 99. After observing carrying blood back to the heart, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, peristalsis. Option B, vein. Option C, guard cells. Option D, antibody. The correct answer is option B, vein. This choice is best because it returns blood to the heart and often has valves. The other choices point to pushes material along the digestive tract, regulate gas exchange and water loss, and helps neutralize or mark pathogens for destruction, so they do not match the clue. Question 100. Before answering an item about growth that slows near carrying capacity, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, genetic drift. Option B, logistic growth. Option C, population. Option D, keystone species. The correct answer is option B, logistic growth. This choice is best because it produces an S-shaped curve when resources become limiting. The other choices point to has especially strong effects in small populations, is the basic unit often studied in population biology, and can strongly shape community structure, so they do not match the clue.